In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on January 11, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Michigan versus Maryland. Michigan is set to face Maryland at the Xfinity Center in College Park this Thursday. Both teams find themselves in a struggling position with identical 1-3 records in the Big Ten, placing them at the bottom of the standings. Last season, Maryland secured a 64-58 victory at home as a 3-point favorite, while Michigan dominated on the road with a convincing 81-46 win over the Terps. While the Michigan football team celebrated a national championship victory, the same success eludes the basketball team. In their recent matchup against Penn State, Michigan posted a commendable 73 points, but their defense faltered, allowing 79 points. Terrence Williams, too, delivered an impressive performance with 24 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. The season averages reveal a scoring offense of 82 points per game for Michigan, but their defense struggles, giving up 79 points per game. Despite ranking 43rd in offense, Michigan finds itself at the bottom of the Big Ten standings with a 6-9 record. Maryland's basketball team mirrors Michigan's struggles, having suffered 2 consecutive losses. Their recent defeats include a 67-53 loss to Purdue and a close 65-62 loss to Minnesota. Despite holding a 29-22 halftime lead against the Gophers, Maryland's defense surrendered 43 points in the second half. On the season, Maryland averages 71 points, with their defense allowing 64 points per game. Ranking 28th in defense, Maryland recognizes the importance of a strong defensive showing in the upcoming game. Drawing a stark contrast between Michigan's basketball and football teams, the former faces challenges throughout the season. Coach Juwan Howard's health issues and the unconventional decision to have Martelli coach against Penn State contribute to Michigan's turbulent season. Maryland, although dealing with its own issues, stands out for its defensive prowess and a disciplined approach that avoids double-figure turnovers. Michigan's persistent defensive struggles, allowing an average of 79 points per game, pose a significant challenge. Despite the challenging season, one of these teams is poised to secure a victory. While Michigan possesses scoring ability, their defensive shortcomings might prove decisive. Giving up an average of 79 points per game, Michigan faces a tough challenge against Maryland, who excels at running up the score. The game's outcome is likely to favor Maryland, given their 8-1 home record and the anticipated support from the home crowd. Thus, the Maryland Terrapins to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. In their last meeting, these teams produced a low-scoring affair, totaling just 122 points. Although the over has prevailed in 7 of the last 10 meetings, the last 2 encounters have gone under. Michigan's recent offensive display against Penn State contrasts sharply with Maryland's defensive strength. Maryland's last 2 games witnessed opponents scoring no more than 67 points, aligning with their disciplined tempo ranked 296th according to Ken Palm. Michigan, with a tempo ranking of 211, suggests a slower-paced game. Despite a trend of overs in Michigan's games, recent underperformances and the defensive strength of Maryland make under the projected total our full game total pick. UCLA versus Utah. The UCLA Bruins are set to break their 3-game losing streak as they embark on a journey to Utah to face the Utes in a PAC-12 showdown on the basketball court. The Bruins, currently standing at 6-9 for the season, have encountered a rough patch, losing 3 out of 4 games in the PAC-12 and 7 out of their last 8 overall. On the flip side, the Utes, with an 11-4 record this season, have faced recent setbacks, dropping their last 2 games against Arizona and bringing their PAC-12 standing to an even 2-2. Despite UCLA's recent dominance with 7 consecutive victories over the Utes, maintaining that streak will prove challenging in this upcoming encounter. After a defeat against California and Los Angeles by a score of 66-57. UCLA's overall record dipped to 6-9. The Bruins struggled to overcome another sluggish start, and facing a challenging road game against Utah, they aim to reverse their fortunes. UCLA's offensive performance has been averaging 65.5 points per game on a 41.6% shooting accuracy, while their defense allows 62 points per game. Currently placed 12th in the Pac-12, UCLA holds a 1-3 record in conference play. The team has struggled in their last 10 games, posting a 2-8 record, and their road performance stands at 1-2 for the season. Utah, on the other hand, moved to an 11-4 record after a defeat against Arizona in Tucson, with a final score of 92-73. Despite letting the Wildcats pull away in the second half, the Utes are poised to regroup on their home court. Averaging 80 points per game with a shooting accuracy of 47.7%, Utah's defense allows 72 points per game. Positioned 5th in the Pac-12, the Utes hold a 2-2 record in league play. Their recent track record is strong, with an 8-2 record in their last 10 games, and they boast an undefeated 8-0 home record. In the realm of sports betting, name recognition holds significant sway, leading individuals to bet on well-known teams like the Cowboys, Yankees, and UCLA basketball. However, the current UCLA team differs from its predecessors, lacking a first-round pick or a seasoned veteran leading the squad. Despite a history of winning 7 consecutive games against the Utes, UCLA's recent performance indicates a team struggling on the court, losing outright as favorites in back-to-back home games. In contrast, Utah, coming off 2 road losses, is gearing up to make a statement, with Brandon Carlson posing a significant challenge for UCLA. If UCLA couldn't secure victories at home, the prospect of success on the road seems even more daunting, especially against the Utah Utes, eager to rebound after their 2 road losses in Arizona. Additionally, UCLA ranks as the 4th youngest team in the NCAA, facing the 7th most experienced team in the Utes. The combination of a tough road game, youthfulness, and signs of resignation on the court poses a formidable challenge for the Bruins. Examining recent performance trends, the Utes have covered in 5 out of their last 7 home games, while the Bruins have failed to cover in 7 of their last 10 games. Additionally, Utah boasts a scoring advantage of 15 points per game over UCLA, whose offense has been faltering recently. With a winning margin average of 10 points, the Utes have a statistical edge, and the Bruins, averaging under 60 points since the start of PAC-12 play, face a challenging situation. Despite UCLA's 7-game winning streak against Utah, the prevailing sentiment suggests a different and challenging scenario for the Bruins in this matchup. Utah's defense has faced struggles leading up to this game, but UCLA's offensive struggles present an opportunity for the Utes to shore up their defense. Averaging a mere 65.5 points per game, UCLA's recent offensive performance has been lackluster. In contrast, Utah's offensive prowess, averaging 80 points, positions them to exploit UCLA's defensive vulnerabilities. The disparity in offensive capabilities suggests that Utah will have no difficulty running up the score in this matchup. The unfolding narrative at UCLA over the first 2 months of the season feels abnormal, and until the team exhibits signs of offensive improvement, skepticism is warranted. With key players like Johnny Juzang and James Jackas Jr. lost in consecutive years and recent defeats in Arizona, the Utes are expected to approach this game with a sense of urgency to return to the win column. Considering Utah's home advantage and superiority both inside and outside the paint, the Utah running Utes to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The clash between UCLA and Utah extends beyond the scoreboard, manifesting as a clash of playing styles. UCLA favors a slower pace, ranking 327th with 65.6 possessions per 40 minutes, while Utah pushes the tempo with a 63rd rank and 72 points per game. The crucial question revolves around which team can impose its will and dictate the tempo of the game. Utah, playing at home and boasting a distinct skill advantage, holds the upper hand, ranking 31st overall in KenPom, whereas UCLA lags significantly at 108th. The Bruins' diminishing confidence, evident in losses against teams they were favored to beat, sets the stage for Utah to control the pace and emerge victorious. Anticipating a clash of styles, UCLA's preference for a slower pace contrasts sharply with Utah's faster tempo. With Utah positioned as the 63rd fastest team in the nation, they possess the ability to dictate the pace of the game. Utah's versatility in scoring, both inside with Carlson and outside with Madsen, provides them with multiple avenues to exploit UCLA's defense defensive vulnerabilities. In contrast, UCLA, searching for answers and forced to keep up with the scoring pace, is likely to accelerate their tempo. This dynamic sets the stage for Utah to play to their strengths. This game's dynamics predict a struggle for UCLA to score, although they might come close to their average of 65 points. Meanwhile, Utah, with their ability to run up the score, is expected to score close to 80 points. The recent trend of Utah hitting the over in their past 3 games, coupled with their size and experience, positions them favorably to surpass the projected total. Therefore, the over on the total points is the full game total pick. Utah has consistently hit the over in recent games, and all indicators suggest that they will do so again in this matchup. Arizona State versus Washington. The Pac-12 is set for an action-packed Thursday night, featuring a highly anticipated matchup between the Arizona State Sun Devils and the Washington Huskies. The Sun Devils, with a current record of 10-5, will be facing off against the Washington Huskies, who stand at 9-6. In the initial 8 games of the season, the Sun Devils posted a commendable 6-2 record. However, they faced setbacks against Mississippi State and Brigham Young University. Following a 3-game losing streak, Arizona State bounced back with consecutive victories over Stanford, California, Utah, and Colorado. Notably, in their recent clash against Colorado, the Sun Devils led 44-38 at halftime and ultimately secured a narrow 76-73 triumph, with Jamie Neal delivering an outstanding performance, contributing 19 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 steals. Their current standing in the Pac-12 is 10-5. On the other side, the Huskies began their season with an 8-3 record in their first 11 games, with losses to Nevada, San Diego State, and Colorado State. Subsequently, they faced a 3-game losing streak against Colorado, Utah, and Oregon, before regaining momentum with a win against Oregon State. In the recent Oregon State game, the Huskies took charge early, leading 38-33 at halftime, and secured a 79-72 victory, led by Keon Brooks, who scored 26 points along with 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 blocks. In terms of offensive prowess, Washington demonstrates superior talent compared to Arizona State, with Keon Brooks standing out as one of the most dominant forwards in college basketball. However, Arizona State's robust defense this season could pose a challenge for the Huskies, known for their fast-paced style of play. The Sun Devils have secured victories in 6 of their last 7 conference games and boast a 4-1 against the spread record in their last 5 contests. In contrast, the Huskies have struggled with a 2-4 against the spread record in their recent 6 games and a 1-6 straight-up record in their last 7 league matchups. Washington has experienced 2 home losses and holds a 4-5 against the spread record at home, while the Sun Devils have a 2-1 straight-up and against the spread record in true road games. Notably, Arizona State has displayed an improved defensive performance, averaging 76 points per game in conference action, while Washington's defensive vulnerabilities are evident as they rank 82nd in the country, allowing 100 points per 100 possessions. Despite the statistics, the upcoming matchup promises intrigue. In their last game against Colorado, the Sun Devils faced a rebounding deficit but maintained a solid shooting percentage and capitalized on turnovers. Arizona State has recently won games with narrow margins, with 3 of their last 4 victories decided by 3 points or fewer. Washington, with their ability to score 69 or more points in all 15 games this season, has the potential to compete strongly. However, their defensive shortcomings against proficient offenses could be a deciding factor. Arizona State, riding on their recent success, is expected to excel in this matchup, capitalizing on Washington's defensive struggles. With Arizona State scoring 76 points in their last game, they are poised to exploit Washington's defense, which allows an average of 76 points per game. The Sun Devils are anticipated to deliver an impressive performance. Adhering to the adage "if it ain't broke, don't fix it," the preference is to support the Sun Devils as they aim for their 5th consecutive win in Pac-12 play. Hence, the Arizona State to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Bobby Hurley has instilled a commendable defensive strategy for Arizona State, contributing to their overall success. Under his guidance, the team has consistently demonstrated defensive prowess. However, this season has witnessed a shift in playing style towards a faster pace, evident in their 71st ranking in adjusted tempo, utilizing 71.3 possessions per 40 minutes. Washington, not far behind, holds the 57th position with 71.9 possessions per 40 minutes. As Pac-12 play commenced for the Huskies, the average points per game over a 4-game stretch stands at 157, showcasing an uptick in scoring. Meanwhile, Arizona State's average over the same period is 147.5 points. While the margin is narrow, the expectation is that the total points scored in the upcoming matchup will slightly surpass the projected total. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.